Today, I'm going to take a look at the new 4K of the psychological horror classic Jacob's Ladder from 1990. This has always been one of my favorites, still holds up today. I still find it unnerving and unsettling, and it's easy to see how this influenced some of my other favorite horror media, like the Silent Hill game series. This is a Lionsgate limited title, so you can only get it through the Lionsgate website. It seems they've jumped on the Steelbook bandwagon, and I have one of their previous 4K releases, the Crazies remake, and I've pre-ordered their upcoming 4K of The Descent. Really looking forward to that one. Appreciably, there's not a lot of fuss with obtaining these titles. Just go to their website and order it. They're the ones that produce and distribute these releases, so it's nice it's all under one roof. Although they are just a touch pricey, and I wish these were available in standard editions for less money, but this is the way it is for now. The Steelbook is housed in this transparent slip, and the artwork overall is pretty okay. Unfortunately, no option for the original poster art here. The text on the back is a little bit hard to read, some brown text against other shades of brown, but inside we get 2 discs, one 4K and one Blu-ray. It has a bunch of legacy features on it, and the new extra is this little retrospective thing called The Rungs of Jacob's Ladder. I scrubbed through some of it, and it's just okay, nothing too polished or anything. There are 2 audio options for the movie itself, a 5.1 DTS HD master, as well as the original theatrical stereo mix. I always appreciate the inclusion of original mixes along with modernized remixes. Well done there. The film is presented on a 100GB disc and is in Dolby Vision. This is a native 4K transfer from the original film elements, and the restoration was supervised and approved by director Adrian Lyne. This footage is sourced from the 4K, but it has been compressed, and the HDR has been down-converted to SDR, so this is not a one-to-one representation of the disc and is meant for demonstrative purposes. This is a really great-looking 4K. The picture quality is very true to the intended look of the film. Now, there are a lot of shots that have just a touch of softness to them that's enhanced by the director's implementation of diffuse lighting, which I'm sure was used to give the film a dreamlike quality. Fine detail is still very high, but don't expect a razor-sharp level of crisp detail. The movie has never looked like that and was never meant to look like that, so that's what I mean by this being a true and faithful representation of the film. This also isn't the most colorful movie ever. Tones are very muted, but things like lights in subway tunnels do have an appreciable luminance to them. The Dolby Vision pulls its weight when it comes to darker areas of the frame, though, of which there are many, again befitting the tone of the film. Black levels are very deep and inky, no compression issues in the shadows. It really sells the mood and style of Jeffrey Kimball's cinematography, and you can definitely tell that he worked with Tony Scott a lot. This movie doesn't usually get mentioned when talking about that grimy era of New York, portrayed in stuff like Taxi Driver or even that first live-action Ninja Turtles movie, but it's on full display here. I think the closest comparison in terms of the 4K quality combined with the visual vibe of the movie would be King of New York that came out a couple of years ago from Arrow. So if you like that one, you'll probably like this. So yeah, that about wraps it up. Final thoughts, it's a great presentation of a fantastic, unique movie. You have the original sound options, there's plenty of extras, decent artwork, and it's readily obtainable, just about the best you can hope for with this hobby. Maybe we're not in hell after all.